start?
Yeah, go ahead.
I just wanted to make this awkward. I know I feel importance to make everything with a good sense of humor.
Yes, for sure.
Because so much shit is going on, and we have to do something like this at least make us fun.
Yes.
Because if we don't do it, then it makes no sense.
After a couple of years, we can look back and have some fun.
Yeah, we had some fun. This is
Yes.
what's important. So, hey, today I was with Sako, one of the best community builders in Bay Area, one of the most resilient guys that taking care of everyone's health surrounding him. And I'm really glad I met him. Sako, I'm really glad I met you. And you've really been a treat for me, and you provide so much support and so much help. So thank you so much. And I'm glad this first interview is with you.
Thanks for having me, Alexei. We shortly spoke in the Frontier Tower when we met and about podcast, because I really think there are a lot of stuff that people are not talking about it, and I think it's going to be great that you're starting this content and about community building in general, community health, I will say, and engagement. Because if you're not really happy, if you can't make other people happy, I don't know what else matters.
If the people around you are not happy and you say, this is amazing, you put it in an amazing way. So first question is, right now you have one of the biggest communities in the Bay Area, right? It's more than 1,000 people. What's the limit?
So, yeah, 1,024, and I think the WhatsApp has a limit, but I like that limit as well, because think about it, if you know up to 1,000 people, I would say more intimacy wise, if it's slow build, it's not also just over time, 1,000 people randomly you met, it's slowly building. I think it's a good number, and for any person just to know 1,000 people, they will have a good sampling of information, what's going around them, and if they need help or others need help, they can help it. So I think it's a good number. There are communities over the 1,000, you can have tens, but I don't think it's about the number. It's about can you keep the quality, engagement, happiness of each individual. It's not about if one of them fails, I feel like the community fails.
Quality above the quantity, right?
For sure.
How did you start? How did you get into this? How did you even become the group? What was called YC Startup School? How does whole story?
Yeah, so before that, back in 2017, 18, I created engineering community called Go Up. So the reason I created, because after I'm originally from Azerbaijan, then I moved to Europe first, I did my studies, I worked over there, and then I realized so much knowledge gap was between these countries, or I would say back post-Soviet countries, they get it after Europe gets it after US. So I felt like a lot of stuff I couldn't really find any platform with a couple crew just to share my knowledge. I couldn't, so I decided to create it. And then I created with the two people, joined the Zoom. I put here is a Zoom, I'm going to talk about my experiences and stuff I learned. I wish I could know at the start. But the thing was, after a couple of years running just engineering community, I could see that I was getting bored with the problems people were coming. People were looking for a job, people were looking for a change, people were looking at going to big tech or getting promotion. So for me, it was boring. And then there was a YC Startup School came, it was still kind of pandemic time. And they put together, created WhatsApp group, and they said, oh, like, you guys in Bay Area, so you're gonna put in one WhatsApp, it's experimental group. And I went to one of the meeting in the bar, and then Rob, one of the co-admins in LPM, I helped him in the organized barbecue in Golden Gate Park. So coming back, I felt so different, because whoever I was speaking, they had idea and they were passionate. I loved it so much. And then after YC decided not to continue this WhatsApp group, we had a carpool WhatsApp group which Rishabh got created and as a co-admin, and there was uncertainty, should we continue running it or not. I said, how about we have a good quality of people together, how about we run it in low maintenance mode. It was around 70 to 100 people, and then just let it run, and then see how it's gonna happen. We don't have to shut down and make decision as YC did. And what happened then, I joined Hacker Dojo for 6 months. I met Ed, and they were going through the challenging time.
That brilliant guy.
Yes. So he was the director at Hacker Dojo, and then I spent 6 months. So I added some crew from there. So it was also referral based, great people, always bring great people. And then last year, a lot of also crew came from the hackathons, because last year, 50 hackathons. So
Yeah, someone who doesn't know, I don't know how many people will watch this, but maybe two of you. The two of you, Sako is hackathon buff and nuts. There is no hackathon where Sako
last
participates.
year.
I hope he will monetize it somehow because there is definitely, he's up to something. I don't know what, but he's up to something with the hackathon.
So hackathons, the way I get it, also one of the friends, Dave, who runs AI Alliance now, he just messaged me on LinkedIn, hey Sako, do you want to join hackathon? Because previously I had that perception, if you go to hackathon, you're not going to have a sleeping and everything. It's going to be, for me, it wasn't attractive enough as a person who works Monday to Friday to go to hackathon. But when I went to AGI House, before I went actually to hacking, and then I said, fuck, this is amazing. I enjoyed that experience, the vibes and the people around. And then we went to talk to Rocky from AGI House, and then I thought maybe I can also try to hacking. And then I asked one guy, can I join you? Because I wasn't really going for hacking. And said, what skills do you have? I wasn't sure. He didn't seem like he wanted me, so I said, fine. I ended up not hacking that day, but I came a week after with the friends. It looks like I need a team. So I brought a couple besties, 3 people, and then we hacked, and actually we won in that hackathon. So, and I said, fuck, this year is for hackathon, because what was happening, I end up like, I was before hosting events, I going to events, meetup, but I was feeling like it wasn't seem like good use of time. Maybe in the beginning I was excited, I was learning, but then I felt like that it slowed down. But the hackathon, I feel like for a day I could grow, make progress so faster, and you're on your laptop, you're getting done, and you're meeting great people. So you spend time on ideation and everything. So I said, okay, this year LinkedIn just posted year of hackathon. I'm gonna go all in, and I did. I'm glad that I did.
This is the second year. You're still going all in.
Not all in. Not this year, as you saw earlier. I'm all in for art, girls, basketball. This is another thing I realized going to hackathon. A lot of people coming to hackathon, it's great and everything, but you have to still be intentional, because you can still go to hackathon, but before hackathon you can go play basketball. Then you will be performing better also at hackathon. You can choose not to eat pizza, be more healthy in hackathon. I feel like that's things we have to prioritize.
Can you explain more of this, because you're meeting a lot of people as an owner, and a lot of people are reaching out to you, or at least 1,024, and those that are not there, right? So more than 1,000 people are at any given point of time can text you, and you're like, help.
I do my best.
And why did you start caring about health, and what is like to be 24/7 accessible? Even if, and this is not, because I know it firsthand, it's not the role that you sign up for.
Yes.
It's something that's like, oh, this is my obligation now.
So in general, so the thing we cared about from the beginning also in the community, 2 things. Like, we want to make sure we have a right value people. We were talking earlier, so our hiring thing was, we don't care about if you're from Stanford or you work at Google and everything. We look at 4 things. First and most important, integrity or dignity means when nobody watching, are you still doing the right stuff? Even let's say you can benefit from that situation, others don't know, but you know that it's the right thing to do versus wrong. Like, somebody is your friend, you're favoring them versus other people, you're discriminating. So integrity is foremost thing. And it's not about integrity with you and people, it's also between people. Maybe they are nice to you, they everything, and because for a certain reason and period of time, but no matter who they're interacting with, are they holding and they're thinking, they're saying, and their behavior, body language say the same thing. It's so much easier to be accountable and predictable. We don't want to do any trade-offs there. Like, no red flag doesn't mean it means we're out of the community.
This starts from what you said before, quality management.
So this is the first thing. The intention is matter. Like, for me as a community lead, it's always a challenge to read people's mind. That's why I need to know them well. I need to have a call with them. I need to meet them in person, or I need to hack with them, or just meet for coffee. That's where you can get all these different signals.
What percentage of people do you?
I haven't counted, but whoever dished me out,
Wow.
I will say
call, but any kind of interaction.
I think probably it's for last 3 years it has been around, I think, over 50%.
50%. So
I have
500
interacted.
people you interacted in some kind of way.
I will say it can be in the, at least in the meetups and everything. If you meet sometimes, and it's not about just one time meeting. And it's also, if I go to Acta, I know that I will meet at least 10, 20. Yeah, like, so I pick, even if I'm not hacking, I will just go for demos and stuff. And make sure I meet them, talk to them, see if I can anything I can help with, or just take a selfie. For me, it's a key thing in the community, is to make sure not just me, other people also know them and celebrating them. So this is just coming back, integrity is the key. And second piece is the doer mentality. Yes, you want people get you down. You don't want just people coming and talking about stuff they want to do or they want to help others. We want to see in action. So this is really key. And then if somebody refers somebody else and everything, I will go always check their LinkedIn, and at least I can see their journey, their story. If I can't get it, I will also ask them a question. Tell me what makes you, because then they can focus on what they care and everything. So the third piece is giver mentality. So you wanna see the people care about each other, because if they, even in basketball, if somebody pass your ball back, I feel like it's a good mindset. It's not, they don't have to, but it makes people happy. Yes. Yeah. Exactly. Somebody caring each other, like, or somebody's going through the hard time and everything, and then not just showing empathy, but being compassionate. Let's say one of the LPMers who were helping a lot. And for me, it's not about also using their network, looking what you feel and whatever they need. It's a transition. For me, doer mentality is key. The giver mentality, caring each other is great. And if somebody asking the question, we are 1,000 people community, I expect we give some level of response, because otherwise, if I can't really get help from community, if I have any question, I feel like we are doing something wrong. We should, if somebody posts or their product line, your product line, taking 1 minute to give, I feel this is why the community exists. You want to celebrate each other's success. You want to help each other to be successful without really thinking about the return.
And not showing off. You want to do it without anyone noticing, anyone requesting.
Or you can still show off in a way that be a role example, because let's say I will go upload and comment and put a checkbox. It means I did it. Because first of all, we already selected these people to be in community, so it means we are aligned on our shared values and we care about each other.
But what I meant is, you are not doing it because you wanted to show it to somebody.
Exactly.
You wanted it to do. You are doing it because you want to create a value for the fellow person, fellow community member, fellow friend, and you would do it anyway, even if no one would notice it.
Correct.
Just because this is important.
Yes, because you find out this person has a great values, they're working on some good cause, and if I can help them to be successful, no matter if they're in the outside community, I think we should do it. It just helps in the community just focus, because there are so many amazing people. You have to prioritize also your time. You don't have just to go help whoever needs. So why not just pick 10 people we feel, 100,000, that who we align, who are missing our great fit. It just helps you to focus. Up to 1,000, I think, is in my limit. I can help you, so that's why I feel like this is a good number. But you can pick 200 from the community and 800 from outside people. It doesn't have to be from the same community. It's just whatever your limit, come up with a number and go do it.
This is a good recipe. So what you're saying, and what you said even before, is that you started first community with just 2 people from Zoom. So just 10 people, 2 people, and then integrity, doer mentality, and giver mentality.
And the last one is
a passion with it. Yeah, passion is like a glue, right? Passion sticks everything. Even dumb idea, and even
passion is the way I will explain. It's your energy generator, and you want to talk to people who excited, who are energy.
When you're saying word passion, you start feeling it, right?
Exactly. Is it coming from the sun, or is it your mission? Is it your friend or your close family member who are going through some problem and your passion to solve it? I feel like you should, I will say, first of all, the passion. If you don't have one, just have one. Start with yourself. See what bothers you.
With love.
See what bothers you. See what you want to change. I will say
how you start passion. So how you find passion from Sako.
So for me, the passion was growing. So as growing as a kid, I didn't have a toy. So So my passion was I wanted to play with toys, so I needed to create toys. So I was finding
like
pieces.
religious thing?
No, it's just like I'm not coming from
Post-Soviet,
family. Yep.
okay. No toys.
And I felt like I need to do something about it.
If a person is from a post-Soviet country and they have had no toys and have all the fingers, it's a good sign.
So
Because you playing with different stuff, bricks, glass.
no, actually I'm grateful that I didn't have that because it helped me to be so much out of box thinking, creativity wise. I was finding different pieces and putting together and thinking about them for hours. Actually I love that exercise. I don't know if I would have the same mindset if I would just play this. You can still do it, but whole point of engineering mindset, I love.
How you can do something with nothing.
Yes.
You had those books in school that are those ugly colors and made of toilet paper, like that kind. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
I had those, and to make them cool. That's why I understand what you're. To make them cool, I took a white paper and I covered and I painted white paper.
And it made you happy.
I want to make it cool.
Yes.
Because I didn't have it. Oh, my friends, my schoolmates had it, but they didn't want to be worse than them. So I changed it, and you approached it.
So I feel like that's kind of same. But then I always had the saying, whatever I would do, I would go all in. First. That's probably also during high school, that was my challenge. I liked too many stuff and I didn't have really any mentor around me. So the way I was doing it, I was trying 10 different things and see which one I like most and which one made sense. And I will go after it and then you can go to the next level. Now I'm sticking to this one. Let's say I decided engineering, I like it, perfect. Now what's next? I will go in engineering with a broad field. I will go try AutoCAD, 3D Max. I will go telecom, I will go to oil field in engineering, and then which one I stick me most, resonating more. So oil, telecom, it's not that much creativity. Computer science, security, hacking, I like it, so I will stick to that. So then oil is out, and I'm talking about telecom after 6 years, all this stuff. So, and then what's next after, like so. The way it was happening for me, it was taking a longer time because I didn't know which one I would like most, and there was no real lack of mentors. Because your average of your 5 people around not talking about startup, you're not going to talk about it. Yeah. Unless you are in that environment.
Or unless you're autistic. Which is not a bad thing. It's just different.
It just takes time, like to find the people mindset. But then I also like to be the smartest kid in the room because I feel like if that's the case, you have to leave the room. Yes. Because you always want to be curiosity, creativity, the environment where you say, oh, okay, so much I need to grow.
Never happened to me in Bay Area.
Bay Area, that's why a lot of people start moving, oh, I'm going to go to this area because I'm going to save in the cost. And stuff. Are you kidding? You're paying for something. You're paying for the people. It's not about how much space you get in your house. It's about how well you are surrounded with people. You are in the COVID, 6 people. Everybody coming from the different side of the world. If you can get in another part, sure, go for it, or another state or whatever. But this is, you have to be grateful about it. Yes.
Yeah, Bay Area is like a fresh juice of ideas, people, and just out of the element. What I really appreciate about, and I didn't have that experience in anywhere else in the world, where I hear something and then, oh, it's not a big deal, we're doing this, synthesizing like DNA from the saliva, or we're doing this, and then you're like, oh, cool, great, you're such a cool guy, and then 2 months after it's all in the news. You're like, what the hell? What just happened? And they're like, I'm measuring at least once or 2 times a month. So I'm measuring this moment when I receive some piece of information that's not available for the world, and only I have it. And I love it that this is the place where you can come up with something and it will change the world.
It's not what in your bank account, it's people around you who you are betting. And for me, I see one day I was meeting the guy from the community, and then yeah, man, everything is great. He has a full-time job and everything. And then next time we are meeting, he lost his job, going through the challenge and everything. And then third time we are meeting, he has an offer from the company. He got a funding, and he decided to go with funding. And everything happened within 3 minutes. And for me, it's so much fun or joy to watch the people's journey so much closely that things are moving so fast versus somebody is just not really trying stuff and just always complain about and talk about people. For me, the ideally you should talk about not about other people, what they do, and you have to be so much focused, passionate about your journey, your progress, and just even sometimes asking for help. Like, I feel like
What's the most interesting case? The community helps someone and they succeed or build something, or like something most noticeable. Because I believe that the biggest value from the community is how many people you connected and they become really good friends or partners. Because this is the value that didn't exist. And community is the human enterprise. It helps to create value from people that didn't know. But here, builders, we create value from nothing and we build something. But community, you create value from people.
that's what I give as example. The reason I met Jacob because of you. So that's why I don't need to be in every meetup. I don't need to. Hey, Alex was there and he saw the Sako and Jacob for coffee, and it was amazing. The Frontier Tower, that verbal agreement he got while we were grabbing the coffee. So it was like, and then you connected with him also, and then another invited me to community builders dinner, 20 people. That was an amazing time. So that's why you don't need to know everybody. You need to know a few people well enough so they can connect you with more quality with other people they think that you might be fit. Because if you're connecting, it doesn't mean you're doing blindly. It means you well or some level Sako and Jacob or some other people, and then you connect and it's more productive.
It's like light bulbs in my head. So I know how you have it, but it's like, oh, this is like you push some information in my way, and I'm like, oh, I have two people that can solve it, and then you connect. That's it.
So for me, more was making me happy, and I was doing more connection from the hackathon work, where I know the organizers, some people looking for judging, some people looking for sponsorship, and I'm saying, hey, you should talk to this. Hey, you need a venue, you should talk to this guy. Oh, you need some go to hackathon, you should check this one. And then let's say John from AJ House, so they post in the community, and then Luke went and he won the first place. For me, even I wasn't in the loop, but a couple of weeks before, meeting John in AJ House and meeting in another AJ House and talking, sharing and bringing them to community so that they was posting about it in other person. I don't have to actively connect, even if somebody posts in the chat, let's say I posted about a Google Next and people are gonna go to Google Next. For me, it is still connection, even more productive, that I don't have to be involved in everything.
Because you build like community build that value.
It's just at some point, even communities start connecting other people. Even that makes me happy. Somebody met from the LPM and after a couple of months, I decided to be co-founder. For me, still, when I hear some of these stories, and I hear actually a lot, but I don't want to push everything in the chat in a way if they feel they can. But otherwise, oh, thanks so much for adding me a year ago. And then they are investing and everything. I met them for that. And so, for me, sometimes some stuff takes more time. Sometimes people will just message you after a year they join. Or sometimes it's also good feel when they leave. I know them well enough, they're valuable, but tell us how we can do better. It's not about I wish I knew earlier why they didn't find it valuable or whatever, but also sometimes, hey, you have been all over the place, you need to focus time. Let me know if you need to get back. You're always welcome.
How someone can enjoy your community?
Huh?
Let's wrap this thing up. I'm not that sure about this phone. I'm sure in you, but not in this phone.
Okay.
If it will turn it off,
no.
So how someone can join your community and who you're looking for?
So it's mostly referrals. They can reach you out directly, or they can reach me out over LinkedIn. But just if they know from somebody from the community, we don't have publicly joined League or something. We are already in Southern, technically.
Yeah, you have to delete someone to add a new person, right?
That's another challenge that as it's becoming harder and harder, find the people who doesn't see the value enough in the community, but they decide not to leave it in case they will need it in years, whatever. So for me, ideally, they should leave if they decided there's no value or they're not adding value or getting value, or I will need to reach them out. Hey, what's your experience? Or, hey, if I feel, oh, I love it, I just can't contribute by it, that's fine. There'll be time you can. But if I don't see strong signal that they're excited, they're passionate to be in the community, I try to help them to find some other communities where they can enjoy what they're looking, because maybe they're looking for funding immediately, short-term thing, but community is a marketplace to give. It's not getting the value immediately. It's not like, hey, I joined it, I expect to get funding and customer and everything. Yes, you can do it, but then you have to earn it. After 6 months, maybe you can ask, or maybe you can ask directly, you will get lucky. But just people has to know you, care about you, so that they are willing to go extra mile to help you. Like just, I try my best, whoever joins, asking and trying to help. But if you want a more bigger community help support, I think you should also think about how you can help them in a way, and then they know you, and then they can care and give back. So again, there is no short-term gain in community. You can't expect I will join community of getting immediate value. I think you should come with a mindset, hey, community is a place where I can meet a lot of people who need help, and I'm excited, passionate, helping them to be successful. Meanwhile, you do it, there will be areas, even if you don't ask, they will want to give you. Because I didn't ask you to connect with me with great folks. You just decided to.
Yeah.
So this is even better when you get something that you want or care, but you don't ask for it.
Because you were like, I think Bay Area is a place where if you will help someone, you will get it from other places. Maybe not even from you, but if I'll help you with some, or I'll create this connection for you, and it will help you in any way, I will get this connection from someone else. I feel like this synergy still works here. It's a little bit broken now because people figure out what's Tulum, Burning Man, and stuff. But I feel it's still working. The last question.
So before that, I feel like this was our receiving. I think when it comes, I see a lot of community and everything. I feel like I just want to repeat, make sure it's in the recording. It's a 5 things every community should do it. Like if you join any community, first thing, the hiding is key, because if you don't take action, if somebody is not fit, the good people will start leaving. So you don't want that to happen. So you have to, as a community lead, take action. Yeah, hiding is the key. Create based on the shared value. The second is moderation. The intention is right. If somebody is going hard on selling and everything, you have to stop them, warn them. If it's not happening, you have to take action. But moderation, for example, instead of going asking, hey, I need a funding, who can help me? You have to be more specific. Or if you ask, hey, I'm looking for a job, it's too broad. Hey, you have to show you have done your homework, asking, hey, I am X, I'm building this is my current progress, I am looking to talk to this investor. If you know somebody, can you connect? You will get more higher response if you be more specific. So the third part is education. If you find something valuable, let's say if there is any hackathon organizer and stuff, so they know that a lot of people from the community into hackathon, you can post about it, which is great. If it's education or you found some nice blog or whatever. So this is the key. Promotion is another aspect. You have to promote. There isn't selfie, it's not about me. Selfie, I do it from the community so that, and tagging other people, if it's basketball, it's event, so that other people know other people and they can reach, they will have a common sense. Oh, I saw your picture in this event. Oh, I was there too. This is give you some ice-breaking chats. That's why I feel like we should constantly promote each other, product, community. That's always, I say, we have a lot of people in the community who have a community. So I always ask them, put it out, let the people use, because maybe they don't want them or they want to be in boss, why we shouldn't. I think I don't see as a competition, but I see as a collaboration where we were agnostic of any hackathon organizer, any venue, any sponsor. That's why I feel like it worked well for us. Everybody should feel comfortable. We are not promoting only certain vector database or certain tag. You can talk about everything, whatever you think. The first intention, what is there for community? Ideally, what is there for both? That's the key. And probably the 5th one gonna be the collaboration. You're gonna see more and more partnership, collaboration, or whatever coming out. It's like a mission. More people then know more people. That's why referral is great, where I can measure they're bringing other referrals, great referrals and everything, it means they're happy, they think about the value they're getting and say they want to bring more people. So I think the referral is key for any community building. If it slows down, if it's, for me, becoming slower, for me it's like signal I need to do something with engagement, because people are, or they are not checking and everything. So these 5 things, just as a summary, I want collaboration, education, promotion, moderation, and hire.
This is what your kids should do with your community. I said, this kids, what you should do with your community.
Yes, it's very simple. There is no magic behind complex process.
And time.
Huh?
And you put time left. You do all of this and you don't have to rush it, because it's about quality, not quantity.
Yes.
And when you have time, when you spend a year doing this, you will gather, whenever you are, whenever you live, whatever you are doing, you will gather great people around you if you will just start.
It's not about the number. It's just if you meet somebody else who's running community and if you compare and everything, I don't think it is really the metric you should focus on. Number. Oh, if I have 10,000 community, I'm more successful. No, whatever 5 metrics I mentioned to you, and then you get from multiple places that signals. Sometimes one collaboration inside the community can bring so much value versus 10,000 other transactions, which is not really.
Sako, thank you much for your time.
It was my pleasure, man. It was amazing chat.
Great chat. I had the feeling like, wow, this is like getting somewhere. This is really cool. I want to do it more.
Please do it, and I would love to hear from other people who are into communities, because I think there is so much stuff that we can learn from each other, collaborate and up-level each other. Because in the end of the day, community is a group of people representing whole tech culture. I think we can change it. That's why I'm now pushing more this year for Every Ball Wins initiative to bring together people from the tech, to remind them we should care about the health and everything, wellness, the mental or the physical health, and looking fit, because the engineering persona has to change. Before we had this thing, oh, somebody always on their laptop eating pizza, unhealthy, and then they're doing something great. No, it's not the case anymore. You need, as more we learn and there is more research about human health and stuff, that we have to talk about these things. Is the sleep, is the exercise, is the diet, is the spiritual meditation and everything. We need to promote, and this starts from this kind of conversation. Yeah, like I went last year to 50 hackathon. Do I think like it was fully good? Yes, but I could do even better. Playing basketball before going to hackathon, because I know I'm gonna sit there for a long time, or picking the right chair and stuff like. There are incremental things can make so much huge difference. Or instead of choosing pizza eating, I can bring my food, or I can do intermittent fasting. Nobody really told me about it. I wish somebody would put something out there. Here is how it should be. This is why.
It's like no one is going to habits. Everyone is going hardcore biohacking. Well, you are in biohacking or not? That's it. No one is like, hey, start doing this. It would be so much more helpful, because I feel the same way.
It's all about the winning at the hackathon.
Yeah.
It's what cost you are winning the hackathon.
I hope you will win it after watching this. Thank you so much, Sako.
Thank you so
Love
much.
you, brother.
Should we?
Let's check it out. I hope it's recorded.